Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to the sacred space. I hope you're doing well and I'm glad you are here. In today's video, there are some exclusive Scorpio only ancestor messages and guidance for June 2025. Okay, so we're going to jump right into it. I do have some messages from within this deck, particular messages for you that I have written down, and I'm going to read these out to you now, and then we're going to shuffle this deck. And all of the messages are for you, but there is one out of these that is like a real strong, potent message from your ancestors. Okay, so let's get right into it. And we're going to pull trinkets from the trinket 10. I think we may pull letters and numbers from the burlap bag also, Scorpio. So if you're ready, say I'm ready in the comment sections, or you can say I would rather you say gratitude. That is the hashtag for this video. Gratitude for the guidance from the ancestors for June 2025. Okay, so the first thing they want you to know is that you are halfway there. There is some journey or something that you have manifested. You're trying to materialize a goal that you are attempting to achieve. You have set out to achieve. You've been working on. You're halfway there. There's something about nature spirits, connecting with Mother Earth, upskilling, UPSKIL, upskilling, learning something, mastering your craft or something like that, going after your goals, connecting with past loved ones, enjoying music, opening up to love more, like loving life, maybe even loving, in a romantic relationship or something like that, but just opening up to love as a whole. Something about the whole self and health, your lifestyle, your diet, things like that. Okay. Something about begin writing now, earth magic, having courage, honoring the deities around you. So there are some deities around you that may be attempting to connect in. If you already connect in with deities or you have before, maybe there's a deity that you're familiar with, just connecting in with that. Getting back to the basics. So that may be a message of clearing out some clutter, getting back to the basics, like opening up some space in your house, clearing the space in your house, or just getting back to basics, narrowing down on something. You got spirit guides here, something about your psychic strength, and just going with the flow. Connecting in with family who you do have those good relationships with, reconnecting in with family, respecting your physical body, interacting and relating, treating your body well. So a lot about your body, your health, your well-being. Okay. This is physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, all of those bodies, I feel like. And it's, there's a message of connecting with animals. If you're into that, animals, and then just tuning in overall and connecting maybe with your higher self as well as your lower self and your middle self. That just means like continuing to do shadow work, facing your fears and things like that. Whatever shadow work you've been doing, or maybe there will be there's a lot of different things when it comes to shadow work. But just confronting your demons, working, doing shadow work, connecting in with your higher self, staying in tune with being present with the middle world, your middle self, your 3D self. That's very important. So out of all of those, let's see what comes through. This is the Ancestor Spirit Oracle. Ancestor Spirit Oracle. Okay, so which of these messages are the ancestors really focused on for Scorpio, especially for June 2025? And there are this deck has like 43 cards in it. That was 21. So whichever the first one we get to, those are the ones. And there may be additional messages in it for you. Okay, so we'll keep what does come out along the way. They want you to enjoy new beginnings, celebrate, socialize, change something up. Okay. Let's just keep shuffling until we get to one of these that I read, because all of them are very important. Those are the main things for the month of June. But there's a one in particular. Okay, we have Earth Magic. There it is. That was number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was number 6. Okay, so this is confirmation that we're talking about the 6th month on the calendar, June. Okay, it is number 6 on this list. I'll show you the list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was the 6th one that I wrote. Okay, even though I read them out different. Okay, I read them this way, but it was number 6 right here from when I wrote it down. All right, so we are talking about definitely confirmation that this is about your June 2025 journey. Okay, connecting in with trees, earth magic, nature, doing little rituals, charms. Okay, look, the trinkets are going to come in handy. Okay, so you also have balance your life, and this could be incorporating as many of those things that I read off as possible. Okay, to balance your life, you have direction, growth, and life stages. This one I want to read out of the book, Balance Your Life, and we'll do that at the end. Okay, Scorpio. So let's get some more messages from the ancestors, and we'll go into this deck right here. This is the Mystical Shaman Oracle. What is the message for Scorpio from the ancestors? One message for Scorpio from the ancestors. A lot just wanted to flip over. If that happens again, we'll just take the top. What is the main message from the ancestors for Scorpio for June 2025? Okay, there we go. You got the medicine wheel. The number 35 could be significant. 3 is the high priestess. 5 is the Hierophant. Together they make up the strength card. So they're saying, listen, remember how strong and wise you are. It's even an eagle right here, which represents Scorpionic energy. You got the snake. That's where the wisdom is going to come in. You have the hummingbird energy right here. I feel like this is that direction energy. Something is changing for you in the month of June. With the 8 being the infinity sign, there's a stronger divine connection that's coming in between you and your ancestors for sure. It's something about leopards. I think that's a leopard. I get the big cats mixed up. So it's also saying in June you're going to be shedding some kind of old skin, or if you don't shed the skin, you're going to be put in a space where you may feel uncomfortable and you may feel like breaking out of some old structure, some old something. Okay, you're going to want to be breaking free with the energy of this eagle. You're going to want to break free. You're going to want to change something in the month of June. Okay, now this cheetah, the cheetah is the fastest land animal, I do believe, but they don't run in for a long time. They kind of like just sit, and this is how you will be. You will sit, you will think about this or that, gather your thoughts. We will be in Gemini season most of June. So, and we're already in Gemini season right now. So this is a time to maybe gather your thoughts, contemplate on what you need to communicate, negotiate, things like that. Like I said, if you do have a good relationship with your siblings, but maybe you haven't talked to them in a while, just check in with them, connect in with them. Some of you may have a strained relationship with a sibling or siblings, and it may get a little bit better. That's possible. Don't know. But the cheetah runs. Okay, it will sit and scout out its prey. Your prey would be your prayers. Okay, what have you been praying for? to go after. You take some time to, maybe create a plan, come up with a plan, an action plan, brainstorm, write down some ideas. Every one of them are going to be brilliant. Okay. But then you'll go through a process to see which one of those that you will implement before you dart out for it. But when you do go for it, you're hitting it full force. Okay. Don't let the month of June pass you by. This needs to be the action plan. Okay. And by the time the end of June rolls around, you need to be implementing. You need to know, because at the end of June, you come into Cancer season, the Cancer season. Okay. And so Cancer is connected to the heart space. It's a cup. It's a water sign, right? So by the end of June, maybe the third week of June, around June 22nd, when Cancer season rolls around, you should already be in your feelings and know which one feels the best, which thing feels the best, which plan of action to take, what feels the best to you. Okay. And I believe that while Cancer season is in here, you need to be ready before Leo season hits. Or by the time Leo season hits, you're going to get about 60 days, okay, for this. So by the time Leo season hits, which would be that number 8, that strength card, you should be confident enough. You should be courageous enough, brave enough to take the action. Some of you will take action before Leo season hits, before the end of July, early August. Okay. But by the 8th month, you should be ready with this cheetah energy to go after. You should already have the plan, see the vision, make arrangements, whatever it is. Okay. Contemplating which is the wisest move to make first. But no later than Leo season, you should be ready to take action on whatever this is what your ancestors are saying. You hear me? Okay. We're also going to read the medicine wheel, but those will be at the end for those who want to stick around for the reading out of the guidebooks. Okay. Let's go into the tarot. What are some other messages exclusively for Scorpio from the ancestors for you got the Magician. The Magician is tied to Virgo and Gemini energy. So this is about you using your resources, getting things together. Okay, taking care of yourself. The Medicine Man. This could be Medicine Man, Medicine Woman, doesn't matter. But this is Magician energy. This is saying you already really have everything that you need, even though you may not believe it yet, but you'll see that you already have everything that you need. Okay. Something happens within 2 weeks. Some type of download you may receive within the next 2 weeks. Okay. There's something significant about cherries also. And prunes or dates. Dates. The fruit dates. Dates, figs, prunes. And cherries. All varieties of cherries is significant. Okay. You also have the 8 of Wands, insight. This is something that things are going to start to shoot off and happen fast for you. Something with this shift and change in direction. If you take the advice in this reading, something is going to happen for you really fast. The energy is going to shift really fast. Your life is going to change really fast. Magic is going to happen really fast for you. Your confidence is going to build fast. Something like that. Okay. Now, the 8 of Wands things happen so fast. And with this insight, I feel like you're going to start receiving a lot of downloads in the month of June. Okay. And sometimes this could be overwhelming. But if you connect with nature and stay grounded, you can, you'll be able to navigate through the insight that you're going to receive, through the downloads that you're going to receive. You understand? Okay, so 2 more messages from the tarot for Scorpio, from the ancestors, exclusively for Scorpio. And you got the Mother of Earth, which will be the Queen of Pentacles. This is saying that you're going to receive some valuable resources. Something that is tangible is coming. You understand? Something maybe significant about corn. That's the only crop that I see here. Okay. This could be popcorn. I see something popping out for you. So it could be something significant with popcorn. And one more message for Scorpio from the tarot, from the ancestors exclusively for Scorpio. You got the 9 of Pentacles with accumulation. More about corn, okay? Something also about red bell peppers, mangoes, pears. Some people, depending on where you're from, a pear could be an avocado. So there's good, healthy fat. Something about tomatoes. Okay. But accumulation. You know, the 9 of Pentacles is that Virgo energy. Okay. And Virgo is connected with that magician energy also. So this is like, there's going to be a lot of ideas accumulating. Okay. And all of those ideas I feel like are going to be great for making money with the Queen of Pentacles. But with the Queen of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles, you have 10 Pentacles. So this has to do with some type of generational wealth that's coming, generational abundance. You may be the one building the generational wealth. You know, there's going to be enough money for your family coming in. All of this energy is taking place in the month of June. Okay. Now, there's going to be, it's between June and the next 9 months after that. It's going to be significant. It's going to be significant. Even though I know Pentacles are years, but I really feel like these things have been, something has been gathering up and accumulating, or you've been working on some things, working on yourself. It's just different for different people, but you've been already doing something for maybe the last decade. Getting yourself prepared for this time right now for June 2025. That's what I believe. Okay. So let's get into this deck right here. This is let's get into tea leaf before we get into the spirit animal. Let's get into the tea leaf fortune cards. Okay. How many tea leaf cards are we going to receive? 3. Connecting in with the number 3. June, Gemini. Gemini season is 3rd house. That's the number 3. Okay. That's also Empress energy. So this is really honing in on your abundance. So we have 2 stacks. So we're going to pull 3 from each stack from the tea leaf fortune. Yeah, there's that butterfly. 2 weeks. I'm telling you, something is going to happen within 2 weeks. It may take that over the next 2 weeks, you're going to start receiving a lot more powerful downloads. A lot more powerful downloads. So get ready. You're going to need to ground yourself. Okay. Do whatever grounding technique works for you. You're going to need to do that because your downloads are going to come in hot and fast. And they're going to be serious. Okay. You see that knight right there? That's giving me like Knight of Swords energy. They're going to be coming in hot and fast and more powerful. This is new energy, okay? For a lot of you socialize social media, there's something about, your social media or something like that. Maybe you will start a social media platform. That's possible for some people, or your social media will grow massively based on these changes. This is where a lot of you are going to accumulate wealth online, especially as more of your gifts come online, and that's happening. Okay, so the butterfly says a change for the better is coming. If you claim that and you're still here, put a butterfly emoji in the comment section. Thank you for staying. We have the bowl, plenty of material things, top of the deck. That's that 9 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles energy. Bottom of the deck, you have the bouquet, compliments from an admirer. This is what I'm saying. You may have, someone coming in. It could be, if you remember, it says open to love. This is what I'm saying. You may have a secret admirer that, brings you flowers or something like this. Even though you can buy yourself flowers, it's just a sweet gesture. Okay. So some relationship could be developing over the next 2 weeks. I don't know. With the bowl, you got pineapples here, bananas, apples, pears again, cherries. It's looking like even papayas. You know what I like to do, Scorpio? I'm going to tell you something. I like to mix fresh papaya with pineapples. Because papayas for one thing, if you know the protein that you consume throughout the day, papaya has an essential mineral called papain. And if you can use the papaya seeds, that'll be good also. But the flesh, they have papain in them, and that helps distribute protein throughout the body. So like you can have a high protein diet, and that's good, but protein can just sit in pockets, and it may not distribute throughout your body properly. So even though you have a high protein diet, if your diet plan is not really working out, you're like, dang, I'm eating right. It could be because you need to incorporate pineapples, because pineapples will help your food digest. The papaya will, and it's nice when if you don't like papaya, when you mix it with the pineapple and that juice that comes out, I mean, it makes it taste really good. But I like both of them individually. But anyway, the pineapple has something called bromelain in it, and that helps with inflammation and pain. And pineapple helps you digest your food well. Okay, apples do also. But and then apples are a very good prebiotic. If you take probiotics, make sure you take a prebiotic. If you drink kombucha or eat like Greek yogurt or something like that, have a prebiotic with it to maximize the power of the prebiotic, the gut health. Okay. So the papain in the papaya helps your protein distribute properly throughout the body. The pineapple is going to help with, pain, inflammation, things like that. And it's also going to help digestion. Okay. So let's get 3 messages. Hopefully one will flip over, and then we'll take top and bottom from this side. Okay, we got 2. So you got some grandparents. For some of you, your ancestors, it's both of your grandparents coming through. Dealings or relationships with an older man or older woman or something like that. Or, you could be seasoned yourself, But I really feel like for the most part, this is someone's grandmother and grandfather coming through. Both of them have passed on. Okay. And they're in the astrals, like ready. I mean, and waiting and to help you. Okay. So there's the love. Yeah. They want to tell you that they love you so much. Oh my gosh. Don't you make me cry. They want to say that they love you so much. I think they're very proud of you. Okay. You target, goal-oriented person. Yes. This is about getting specific. You're on target. Some of you're already doing something, and you have the bird. That's the ego energy. There's some news on the way. The flying bird. You got some good news on the way. I'm feeling this good energy. So it's got to be some good news. It's going to be good news, or it's going to be good news, because it's all about how we transmute the information, the experiences, right? So let's go into this spirit animal oracle, and then we'll finish up the reading with this divine feather messengers. We'll pull some trinkets and some letters and numbers and read out of the guidebooks. Listen, I hope you stick around for the whole reading. You never know what you might miss. This is exclusively for Scorpio, so I think you really need to hear these messages today. You understand? So I'll shuffle these one more time, and then we will we'll shake them and see. I'm looking for 2 messages for Scorpio. You got the dog spirit, the number 19. That's the energy of the sun. Be loyal to what you love. See, that's the thing. Be loyal to what you love. Play around with some things like the sun. Activate that inner child within you and stay committed and dedicated to something. You understand, Scorpio, is what that's saying. There's some clarity coming in for you through these downloads, okay? One more message for Scorpio from here. more message for Scorpio from here. That pig spirit was showing up saying use your mind wisely. This is more than one, but we'll take it. I think it's two. You have the electric eel spirit, the number 24. It says bring your ideas to life. So you're going to get a lot of brilliant ideas. I told you. And it's going to take time. You need to bring them to life. The 4 + 2, that's 6. It's time for the brilliant ideas to come to you in the month of June. And you may already had some brilliant ideas that you wanted to implement back in last year, 2024. And maybe you've been working on something since 2019. You also have the flamingo. Yeah. So by the time 2026, you may be embracing some in between, but some balance is coming. You're going to be feeling stronger. And I feel like because the flamingo balance is on one leg. You see what I'm saying? So I really feel like by the time 2026 comes in, you got these last 6 months or so in this year, 2025. By the time 2026 rolls in, you're going to be feeling really strong. Okay. So they're saying embrace the in-between. The in-between is where we are because we're shifting into new versions of who we are re-becoming. Okay. Let's get a divine feather messenger message. We have the hawk. Yes. Yes, Lord, we have the hawk. And it says, pay attention. Exclamation, pay attention. A powerful message is being communicated to you right now. Pay attention. You can look up the hawk animal medicine. Let's see what the hawk medicine is in here. So this hawk connects me to my daddy. My daddy, my granddaddy, and my grandmama, all of them have passed over, and they're all Pisces. And I feel like I believe the hawk, this what talks to me so much when my daddy talks to me, because it's the number 32. My daddy was 32 when he was shot and killed. You know. So anytime I see a hawk, I see the number 32. Anytime I see a 63, he was born 1963, I know it's my daddy. And you know, I was down in, see what I'm saying? The hawk spirit, that number 32. Yeah. And for some of you, you see, look at the deck, okay? You're more than halfway there. For some of you, you're more than halfway there. But the hawk spirit is saying, let spirit be your guide. Okay? So some of you, you're more than halfway there. It'll be best for you to kind of just surrender now. Go ahead and, you know, get something, stick to it, you know, as well, like the moth to the flame. But let's go into the burlap bag to get some letters and numbers. Okay, this number 8 was stuck to my finger and it kind of flipped out over here on the side of the table. This is 8, the number 8, August, the 8th month. Also, 8th house, Scorpio. Scorpio, this is how you know these messages are exclusively for you. 8th house energy right there. Okay. You also have, let's see what other numbers. You have a 9. Okay. The year of the 9. This is very significant. This is the year of the 9, 2025. Something significant about 89 or 98. Okay, you have the letter D. Just going in alphabetical order to the E, F. And I'm just hearing like you're definitely making some power moves. Okay? It's time for you to definitely make some power moves. Okay? You also have M and P. All right. What trinkets are the ancestors going to communicate to Scorpio through? How else are the ancestors going to communicate? A lot of butterflies coming through, Scorpio. Okay, you have this butterfly. You also have, man, this looks like an elephant. It says Bueno Suerto. Bueno Suerto. I'm going to have to look that up and see what that means. Bueno Suerto. Some of you already know because you speak Spanish. You have the bee. Something significant with bees. Bees, that's Eight of Wands energy. And then you also have this airplane, like a fighter jet. You got that fighter spirit in you, my love. This elephant on the tip of the nose is a heart. Remember that fighter spirit within you. Go after your dreams. There's something sweet that's happening. Things are developing for you. Okay? So when you hear or see about elephants, this is saying, remember, you are strong. Remember, you are powerful. Remember, you are on the edge of greatness. You understand? And then with this airplane, things are about to shoot for you. Things are about to fly fast. You got 3 wings. Okay, here. You got the bees. Bees work really hard, especially for the queen. But some of you are moving up into, you're developing into the status of the queen bee, where you have the whole universe working for you. It always is, but you'll be seeing the evidence of it more. Okay, so there's some major developments that are taking place for you. Okay, so from the ancestor spirit, what did it say? Balance. Let's find it. What was it? Balance yourself. Let's find that in here. Balance yourself. 2021 could be significant. Okay. That's the pages that's on. This is about direction, growth, and life stages. Zoom in on the card. Direction, growth, and life stages. So it says the First Nation of peoples in Canada, also known as the Cree, the medicine wheel represents the foundation of life. Each year, each lesson, each life is in constant motion through the 4 phases depicted by the medicine wheel. And you do have the medicine wheel, remember? That was the medicine man. Okay. The medicine wheel. Its philosophy extends to the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, and can help you understand their place, and can help one understand their place in the universe, as well as how they are linked to all things, all living things. 4 aspects of the medicine wheel are interwoven, and its underlying message is one of wholeness, balance, natural cycles, and relationship. The Cree consult the medicine wheel for guidance, healing, purpose, and insight. Guidance, healing, purpose, and insight. And each of the quadrants relates to a direction, a season, a color, and a life stage as below. The east represents the spring, the color red, the sun rising, new beginnings in life. Okay, and it said enjoy new beginnings right here. Beginnings in life, childhood, feelings and emotions. The south would represent summer, the color yellow, the sun at its highest point in the sky. Which is that number 19 right here. The sky, the sun energy, the sky, the sun at its highest peak in the sky. Adolescence, being active and also relationships is related to being active and relationships, the sun energy, okay, that childlike energy. The west represents autumn, the fall season, black, the color black, the setting sun, adulthood and its responsibilities, introspection and reflection. The north represents the winter, the color white, the dark of the night, the midnight, the maturity, the thinkers and teachers in the community, decision making and deeper understanding. And these are the things that should definitely be embraced while we're in Gemini season, and especially during the month of June. You understand? So the Ancestor Speak says each part of your life contributes to a whole of who you are. The strength you draw from one area of your life can help you manage another. However, it is now time to reflect and address an imbalance. Weigh up how much time and energy you devote to your health, your finances, career, relationships, personal interests, and all other aspects of your life. And once you have identified the areas that need your focus, make a plan to restore balance. Nurture your whole self. That was one of the cards. Nurture your whole self, mind, body, emotions, and spirit. The divinatory meaning of this card says, look at the world around you, Scorpio. Pay attention to the energy of Mother Earth. Pay attention to the energy of Mother Earth. But Mother Earth was one of those that I read also. Okay. The seasons, the sun, the moon. Consider how the patterns of nature affect you physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, and how they relate to the cycles. The medicine wheel supports your transition from one phase to the next. Bring your focus inward to grow, transform, release, and to embrace the new stage the new stage or aspect of yourself. And so that's that embrace the in-between energy right there. Okay. Now let's get into the mystical shaman and see what this medicine wheel, and look, it was talking about the medicine wheel. Let's see what the medicine wheel message is. The medicine wheel is on page 70 and 71. Okay. Now the essence of the medicine wheel is saying the medicine wheel is a sacred hoop with the 4 cardinal directions well marked. Okay. Cardinal directions, cardinals, get things started. So it represents the cycle of life, the cycles of nature, and the circular pattern of our cosmos. It has been used for millennia in indigenous cultures to bring harmony and well-being to the village. Its directions symbolize the 4 steps the shaman takes to become a person of power and wisdom. Wow. The invitation says to manifest clear blue skies in your life, it is important that you take a look at certain aspects of your being. Enter the medicine wheel from the south and reflect on how you are still clinging to events of the past. That would be that south node energy. Continue to the west. Notice what relationships are toxic and drain your energy. Step into the north and ask yourself, do I know my passion and do I show it? End at the east direction, visualizing how you want to live your next chapter of your life. It is up to you how much time you spend in each direction, how many minutes, days, or months. But when you are done, make sure to step outside the wheel and contemplate your journey. See, this is that shadow work I was talking about, working on the self. And everybody's shadow work period is not going to be as long or short as somebody else's. You understand? Because we're all in different places and phases and stages. Okay. The medicine of this card says you must not postpone your healing journey any longer. This is not about procrastinating. This is what I'm saying. By the time August rolls around, you need to be taking action on something. It's not a time to procrastinate, especially on this healing journey. You must not postpone your healing journey any longer, Scorpio. It can be difficult to start, but you must find the inner strength to step into the medicine wheel, or you may lose some type of opportunities. You understand? And they're here. You may find yourself constantly always being a worker bee and never tapping into your queen bee energy. All right. But now is a big time. June is going to be a lot of spiritual development, I feel like, taking place. Okay. There are many ways and many paths. Choose the one you resonate with the most. And once you have found it, the only mistake you can make is to not follow it. So go boldly. All right, Scorpio. So those are your messages, exclusive messages for you and guidance for June 2025 from your ancestors. Okay, Scorpio. If you're still here, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the Sacred Space. And until next time, we'll see you in another video. Love.